Hey all, welcome to ShareTrek. This is Raj here. Friends, this is a segment on CRISPR Therapeutics. I just want to take a holistic look of CRISPR Therapeutics, also look at its price chart and see where it is going. Maybe we'll find some clues out there. So let's get started. Very recently, we made a video. We actually discussed their 2024 strategy and how good it is, and we focused on CASGEVY at that time. So I just want to take a quick look at their pipeline and product portfolio and see how it has changed. So for the first time, what's going to happen is they're going to have one more menu item here, which will be called products. And our products or therapies, and under that you will find CASGEVY. And very soon, maybe in April, there'll be one more entry out there. One will be CASGEVY for SCD, another for CASGEVY for TDT. So those two will come there. So that's going to be something that will happen soon. Oh, they already have here therapies. Let's go into this. We are pleased to announce that CASGEVY, etc., arising out of is approved in some countries for certain eligible patients. So the news is that Saudi Arabia has also approved it. So it's growing. And it's going into countries where they can afford this kind of treatment. So that's a plus point in this. Let's go back to the pipeline because I'm anticipating there'll be two menu items out there under therapies. And now with these two gone, we are focusing on the next generation conditioning. So hopefully by the end of the year, they come closer to IND enabling so that it can become another asset which will improve the performance of CASGEVY, and that will give them an extra edge. So that's the positive out there. And then if you look at immuno-oncology, they are already in phase 1 clinical trial for CTX112 and CTX131. And as I already mentioned earlier, because these are allogenic, they have an advantage over autologous anti-CD19 and anti-BCMA CAR-T therapies that are already in the market. So the CD19 version, that is CTX112, has an advantage out here. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get this to the approval line, but we'll find more information when they present their Q4 2023 report. And that said, these are all wholly owned assets of CRISPR Therapeutics. So any income that comes from here is going to be for CRISPR 100%. And the in vivo approaches, we got two in clinical trial, CTX310 and CTX320 for cardiovascular disease. The range of the pipeline is pretty good considering that it's a young company and they are gone into various different disease areas. So that's very encouraging. And these are also progressing rapidly. And of course, we have in regenerative medicine CTX211 for type 1 diabetes. Earlier, this used to be called as VCTX211. And now that ViaCyte, which is a subsidiary of Vertex, which was originally in collaboration with CRISPR Therapeutics to create this therapy, they have moved out. Therefore, now the relationship is just for royalties. So I think there is an arrangement where CRISPR Therapeutics will give ViaCyte some royalties. But apart from that, CTX211 is fully owned by CRISPR Therapeutics, and they're going to continue and take it to the final stage where they get it monetized. And they're also working on a deviceless approach for type 1 diabetes. So CTX211 is an implant, and that has got cloaking of the beta cells so that the body does not destroy it. That's how it works. But the deviceless approach will be one where there will be no implants, but instead the cells will be put into the body and they would be cloaked from the immune system. That's the way I understand it. It's still in the research stage, but all the lessons learned in CTX211 will come in handy in the deviceless approach. Now, next we have DMD, which is in IND enabling. I think there is at least one therapy already in the market for DMD, but many attempts to create a therapy for DMD had failed in the past. So these are all long shots at this point of time. So our focus should be more on the CTX 112, 131, CTX 310, CTX 320, and CTX 211. The others are all icing on the cake. It's going to be long term, but I just hope that the next generation conditioning comes sooner rather than later. So with that said, I want to have a look at their price chart. Now, what I think I'm seeing here is I've drawn these lines here because earlier we had this line of support. When we had gone up and we started coming down, we connected this touch point, and this touch point to create a line which would be resistance from below and support from above. And then at another point of time, we had connected this line out here to create a bull channel, which is now a channel of resistance if you're coming from below. So what has happened right now is we had a lot of consolidation. I think from the time period of, let me say, 14th of December 2023 onwards, we have had consolidation and we are still in the consolidation mode. But what is new is that we have re-entered this bull channel, which is bounded on two sides. Like I'm going to convert this into green because this is now a support. So today we entered the bull channel. When I say today, I'm talking about 11th January 2024. At the close of market, we are already into this bull channel. So our next resistance is going to be 66.49, which is what we'll have to attempt for tomorrow. And at this point of time, we have all the exponential moving average providing support to us. Now, the next set of catalysts that we are looking for are golden crosses. And at this point of time, it all seems possible because our momentum is above average, plenty of room for the RSI to move up, and the momentum is pointed upwards, which means it's improving. And MACD is also moving towards the signal line, almost ready to cross over to the bull side. So I'm thinking that on Friday, when the market opens, we are going to be above this line of support, and we are going to try and challenge this line of resistance here at 66.49. So that's how I think this is going to play out. And if we were to zoom out a little bit, we have been range bound, but on a bigger range, right from 14th of September onwards until now. And the top of the range has been characterized by a price level of 74.96, and the bottom of the range has been 38.32. So that's a pretty big range in which it has moved. Now, in terms of what one could do with this, I'm thinking because I have 100 shares and it's profitable. I think I bought it for $57 or something. So it's still profitable at this point of time. So what should I do? So I don't see anything much I would like to do. I'd just like to wait and see what happens. I think the critical test tomorrow is how the banks report. And if the bank reports are good and the market gets enthused, I think I would continue staying with CRISPR. And if I get good premiums for a covered call, I'll just take a covered call to guard on the downside. So that's my game plan. Will I buy a covered call on Friday? I don't know. But if there's a good margin available or a good premium available, then I will definitely sell a covered call and sit tight. So that's my plan. And it would align very well with my theory that in February and March, the market should be down because it being an election year. And March end onwards, think it should start picking up again. So if that thesis is correct, I should be selling a covered call on Friday or at the earliest opportunity. So I'm going to examine that on Friday. And the other thing I would like to say here is that I would like to state one more thing before we go. I would like to come back to their strategic outlook 2024 priorities. And this is what their CEO had to say. We had a landmark year in 2023 marked by the first ever approval of a CRISPR-based gene editing therapy, in addition to entering the clinic with our in vivo therapies, said Samarth Kulkarni, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of CRISPR Therapeutics. As we look ahead into 2024, we continue to drive forward our programs and expand our pipeline with the goal of delivering paradigm-shifting gene editing therapies to patients We are well positioned to execute on our clinical trials across various therapeutic areas, including oncology, autoimmune, cardiovascular, and diabetes. That's a big range, my friends. Setting up a catalyst-rich 12 to 18 months for the company. So he's giving us a hint that there's going to be a catalyst-rich 12 to 18 months. And CEOs generally don't plan for negative catalysts. So I'm going to assume all of this is going to be positive catalysts. So if you're looking for so many of these catalysts to happen in the next 12 to 18 months, I'm pretty sure that one of them will also be the fact that they have been able to go and strike up some alliance with some company or the other to take up some of these candidate therapies that they've already done research on, because they said they have a team which is working on getting strategic alliances. That's what I think their marketing officer had said. So if those kind of things happen, then we have risk sharing, and we have milestone-based payments coming in, and we will also have upfront payments coming in. And we'll have one more company with whom CRISPR Therapeutics will have an alliance. So that's the way I look at this. And I think overall, let's go back to the price channel. So overall, I am thinking that we are going to go into a bullish channel. At the most, we may fall out of this again and go up again. If that happens, I'm going to adjust the bull channel, and I could draw a secondary channel somewhere out here like so, and use that as a gauge unless we are disproved. So that's how we can keep on improving the channels to see where it falls. So I'm going to remove this for now, but let us see what happens in the market on Friday. As I said, I'll try to do a covered call, and if I get good enough premiums. Everything looks good for CRISPR, and I think CRISPR is going to go up again on Friday. That is going to be the 12th of January 2024. Well, that's what I would like to say about CRISPR Therapeutics, and I would like to remind you that these are my personal opinions and not financial advice, so please do your own due diligence. And friends, you may also know that I have a bias for CRISPR Therapeutics, so any kind of valuation that I try to do on CRISPR Therapeutics will have a lot of positive bias on it, and the price will be on the higher side. If I had it my way, I would say that by the end of the year, CRISPR Therapeutics should be close to $100 per share. And that would be a handsome gain from here to there, given that already we have sickle cell disease approved, and in March we are going to have beta thalassemia approved. And there are going to be more centers where they can do the testing, and also the fact that they have got a big institution lined up which covers the healthcare for 100 million Americans. So they have everything mapped out nicely, and the partnership with Vertex. So I'm very confident that CRISPR Therapeutics is going to be doing extremely well. 2024 is the year for CRISPR Therapeutics. And among all the genomic companies in our watch list, I think I would put more stock on CRISPR Therapeutics, and the next I'm more bullish on is Illumina and then PACB. So those are the companies that are really strong, and I've selected them because they're either monetized or they're close to monetization. In the second level, I would put Beam and Editas and Verve because they have great promise and great technology. So that's the way I'm looking at it. So 2024 is the year in which I think we'll see more action from CRISPR, Illumina, and PACB. With that, my friends, I'd like to end this video. Please put your reactions in the comment section below, and it'll help me as well. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.